Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new Around the Ground. Today I'm here outside of the Lamex Stadium, home to Stevenage Football Club, as they'll be taking on Mansfield Town FC in about an hour's time or so. But before we watch the game, let's get inside, take a look around, find out some more about the club and interview a member of the team. Stevenage Boro FC, nicknamed the Boro, were formed in 1976 after the folding of Stevenage Athletic FC, who were formed after the bankruptcy of Stevenage Town FC. They play here at the Lamex in League 2 and the current manager is Alex Revel. The club began in the United Counties League in the early 1980s before being promoted 3 times in 4 seasons to reach the conference in 1994. They even won the league a season after joining, but were denied promotion to the Football League due to insufficient ground facilities. The league requirements was for a ground to have at least 6,000 capacity, including 1,000 seats, but Stevenage did not have this. However, in order to meet these standards, in 2001 the club refurbished the ground completely, adding a new £600,000 stand. In 2007, the Borough became the first side to win a competitive final at the new Wembley Stadium, beating Kidderminster Harriers 3-2 in the FA Trophy final in front of a competition record crowd of 53,262. They then won it again in 2009 and then eventually made it up to League 2 in 2010. This special occasion also sparked some change in the club's branding, with the word Boro being dropped from their title, the team now called Stevenage FC. And, incredibly, the season they joined League 2, they also got promoted to League 1 via the playoffs. Unfortunately though, a few years later in 2014, mainly due to the core members of the team who had helped Stevenage to get where they were, leaving the club, the Boro relegated back down to League 2. Like I said, Stevenage play here at Broadhall Way, currently known as the Lamex due to a 7-figure sponsorship deal. The stadium was opened in 1961 and was home to Stevenage Town and then Athletic. But once they had gone bankrupt, the council sold the ground to a businessman who dug a trench across the length of the pitch to make sure it was never used for footballing purposes again. However, the council rebought the stadium a few years later and the current club, Stevenage FC, moved in 1980. Right now, the Lamex has a maximum capacity of 7,800, but hosted 8,040 people in 1998 for an FA Cup 4th round tie against Newcastle United. To fit everyone in, they constructed a temporary stand behind the away end, and still to this day, it's the highest attendance ever seen at the stadium. There are 4 main stands: the North Stand, West Stand, South Stand and East Terrace, which is where most of the vocal fans are situated. There's a few food vendors operating around the ground, a clubhouse serving drinks and snacks called the Broadhall Suite, a large car park and a club shop where you can find this season's kits available to purchase. And, talking about kits, joining me now is Stevenage FC kitman Keith Bell. So you are the kitman here at Stevenage. What exactly does that involve doing, and also what's a typical match day like for you?
On a match day, it's it's a very long process, that's for sure. But now, as you can see, we're at the at home games and that. I always get it done the night before, so obviously it takes quite a bit setting up and that. Whereas if it was an away game, I normally get to the ground 2 hours before the boys do, because obviously I've got to wheel everything in, get everything set up, everything ready for them to, when they arrive, they can just get ready, get changed and get ready to go out. Always try to get in on the banter, although most of the time it's aimed at me, so it's all fun. But no, it's a good role to have.
Now obviously right now we're in the Stevenage dressing room where you've just hung up all of the home shirts for today's match. What do you like most about them? What, the shirts?
I don't like them being white because it's a pain for me to wash them, but no, it's actually not a bad kit, to be fair. I mean, during the summer and that, it got little bit of stick and that, but no, I think it's all right. It's not one of the worst ones we've had, but I mean, obviously I'm a kit man that likes all dark colours because it's easier for me then. So.
So how did you get into becoming a kit
man? So obviously I was working as the sports team manager and that, and a couple of years back, and I got a phone call from Alex Tunbridge, who's the CEO at the time, who I knew from years gone, and he rang me out of the blue and just said, look, the previous kit man at the time, he couldn't do a game, would I be interested in just covering it just for the one game? I said, of course, absolutely, and that. So I covered the game, and then a few months down the line, the position come available. I got a meeting with Alex and the manager at the time, who said, look, this is what we want, and that. Obviously, they know me from what I've done before, and they said, like, would you be interested? And yeah, absolutely, I had to take a change because obviously I was working in like retail before that for a long time, so I thought, no, I need to get for a change, and obviously, this has been my club. It's the right change for me, and I haven't looked back since.
And what would you say are the challenges being a kit man?
Just try and remember everything. That's what it is. But no, I like the challenges, to be honest with you. It's obviously there's a lot you've got to remember as a kit man. You think people just think straight away, oh, it's just washing kit and that, but that's the easiest part of the job. So I mean, like every player has different stuff as what they want, like in terms of like socks and that. I mean, obviously the boots as well. Everyone has different coloured boots now, so it's like you've got to remember whose boots are who, and that's just the toughest bit in that. But to be honest with you, I mean, I've been at the role now for about 3 years coming up, and I always think that once I've done something once, I know then what I'm doing, and lucky enough, I think I'm doing all right. But boys might tell you differently.
And I can see the poppies on the armbands and everything, because obviously this is your Remembrance Day fixture.
Yes.
What extra does that involve doing?
Oh, to be fair, they weren't too bad. I mean, 9 times out, sometimes we'd have the poppies on the shirt, which to be fair, they come in quite handy. They come in like already done, so it's not too bad, thank goodness. So, but obviously this year we've gone with the poppies on the armbands, which I think looks better, to be honest with you. But they literally came in, and I've had to like printed them off, press them, and got them ready. But to be fair, they weren't too bad. So, but it's just obviously with Remembrance Sunday, and that is something that we as a club we want to do, and it's just to remember those obviously who gave their lives years have gone by.
So what is the captain's sort of setup with the armbands and everything?
So obviously the EFL armband there, obviously they need that. Obviously we've got the poppy today for the remembrance and that. But no, they all have they all have 2 shirts each, which I always do for every player and that. So then I can change at half time. So then they've got a fresh kit ready in case obviously the weather's horrendous, which 9 times out of 10 it is in England. So, but then obviously you got you've got the GPS vest there, so it gets the tracking. Obviously, Skip always loves wearing his trousers and jumping, and he always likes to keep warm. And then in there, he's got obviously his Under Armours, his slips, and a t-shirt to warm up in, and obviously boots and shinnies. Lucky enough, he wears black boots, so that's handy for me. And I think black boots are the ones.
So, do you have like a sort of chart you follow, or tick boxes?
Yeah, I've got my own checklist at the stadium, which I made sure I got from day one when I first joined and that. But yeah, I always got the checklist there, so I know what I need on match days. And like I said, once I got into the swing of things and that, I knew then that like what I needed to do on match days and what stuff I need to take. And but like I said, I've been doing it now for just coming up to 3 years, and I've started not to forget anything, which is always a good start. But no, it's I follow that checklist, make sure it's all there and that, and yeah, I mean, touch wood, it's done me well. So.
So when a new player does join the club, what do you do differently? How do you sort of sort them out with the kit and all their armour?
So basically, when they come in on day one and that, the first person they normally come to see is me, because obviously I need to sort them out with some kit. But no, basically I'll just struck up a conversation and that, just like chat about things, see how he works and that. But like I said, I mean, I like to think I'm quite a nice character to speak to, like for the first time meeting people, and I just crack on, like speak to them, see what they want, and if they've got anything preference, they normally come to me anyhow after like a couple of days and say, look, any chance that you can get this and that, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I said, like, anything they need, just give us a shout and that. My door's always open to get in, and they can always come in and see me and tell me what they need. And
what's the sort of most weirdest thing they've?
Probably the most funniest thing, well, not the most funniest thing, but the most awkward, peculiar thing I've been asked, and that is when a former player here a couple of seasons back, he always wanted a fresh kit for every half. So like everything, like shirts, shorts, socks, slips, the lot. It literally was just. I mean, lucky enough, because he asked for it, I actually knew straight away what to do and that. So, but yeah, it was it was quite a weird, quite a strange one, to be fair. But that's how the players work. Players might be all right and don't need anything, but then some players might need a lot. But like I said, it doesn't bother me one bit. So.
And are you a Stevenage fan yourself?
I am, yes. So my first game, I believe, was '93, which was a very long time ago. But when I was 5, so I've been a supporter of the club for many years. It's just growing up watching them and that from like different eras and that, and to be involved in the club now, it's something that's I love doing. To be honest with you, the boys are good as well, which is always a bonus and that, and to me it don't feel like a job, which is the best thing for me.
Yeah, so it must be very special to work at the club you support.
Oh, 100%. I love working for the club and that. It's before this I used to run the supporters team and that, which played other sports teams. So I always was involved at some stage with the club and that, from playing football like against fans teams to obviously now working for the club full time. So.
And what would you say your favourite memory has been as a fan or working?
As a fan, there's quite a few. Obviously, you had Newcastle back in '98 in the FA Cup. That was like, I was only 10 years old at the time, but it was a memory that's always stuck with me. Obviously, winning the conference in 2010 as well. Obviously, being the first team to win at Wembley, the new Wembley as well in 2007. There's been quite a few good memories here, to be honest with you, and it's memories that I wouldn't change for anything.
And what are your thoughts today going into the game?
Going into the game, it's going to be a tough game in that. I mean, we've not had the best of starts at the minute, but I mean, it's still quite a long way to go in the football in the league. So, but it's going to be a very tough game. Mansfield are a decent outfit, and it's just going to be another tough game again. But like I said, the gaffer's positive as usual, as he always is. The boys are positive, so fingers crossed on that we can put it on the pitch and get the result we want. Got any printing in for the blood kit? So like the shirts will come in like that. So it don't come in. So it comes in like that, but it doesn't have any printing on the back. So.
And you've got the machinery yourself, have you?
Yeah, so I've got one press at the training ground, and I've got one press at the stadium as well, which is just round the corner there. So obviously, if in case on a match day I need to do some pressing here, it's there, so I can do it straight away. So, but you got literally I've got to put the numbers on, I'll put the sponsor at the bottom on, and the names and the sleeve badges.
Once we had entered the ground, we decided to get some food. Alright, well, we got ourselves some food. I got a cheeseburger, which I thought looks quite bad, but it is quite juicy and soft and warm. My dad, goodness me, look at this.
Burger.
This is the famous Boro burger. It's got 2 patties, 2 cheese, and bacon with some chips.
Oh man, that's good, right?
You got a tea, and I also got a bottle of water, but a steward has just come up to us and has taken the lid off the water off of us, because apparently Stevenage fans used them to throw them at the players, which is quite funny, but yeah.
Regulations.
Yeah, ground regulations, he says. Yeah, there you go. Let's have a shot.
Oh my
Goodness
God,
me.
look at that.
How's that? I think it was £5, £6. This, I've had a bite of it. It's alright. Overall, out of 10 for the price. 7 out of 10, I give it. Eventually, it was time for kickoff, and both teams made their way out onto the pitch before observing a moment of silence for Remembrance Day.
Grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Please join us in a period of silence as we remember those who suffered and lost their lives. The silence will start at the end of the referee's whistle.
Both teams started off fairly equally, with both Stevenage and Mansfield having their opportunities. Oh. 18th minute, following a free kick, Otule, a centre-back for Mansfield Town, headed home. Mansfield Town player there, through on goal. How has he missed that?
Yeah. Oh,
He should have scored that, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he's playing for 2020.
But lucky for Stevenage. What a great save there by the Stevenage keeper. And that was all for the first half. Stevenage 0, Mansfield Town 1. After 15 minutes though, the players are back out on the pitch, ready to start the second half. Throughout the course of the second half, Stevenage's right back and right winger kept making some brilliant crosses into the box. Good bit of play.
Good bit, finally. Down your feet, that's it!
Stevenage had a really good chance there, but they stopped the game. The referee blew his whistle because a Mansfield player is down on the ground. Fans are not happy about that.
That's why it stopped the game. Why it stopped the game, on the floor, right? Oh, yeah. Whoa. Turn it. Yes. Yes.
Oh, lovely bit of play. Thankfully, in the 55th minute, after a brilliant cross in the box by Arthur Reed, Cuthbert headed home, getting an equaliser for Stevenage.
Goal for Stevenage number 5, Scott Cuthbert.
Get behind it. That was off, Hey, good play. Oh. Hey.
However, just 10 minutes later, Sturck slotted the ball home to put Mansfield Town back in front.
Offside.
Goal for Mansfield Town number 25, Ryan Sturck.
That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
Good goal for Mansfield.
Good goal for Mansfield.
Just after Stevenage get the equaliser.
Yeah.
It's
still,
2-1.
Yeah, but still plenty of time to get that goal back, make an equaliser again.
25 minutes left.
All to play for.
Mansfield Town player down for about the 100th time this game. Oh, and another one.
God, every 2 minutes. Cheats. That's a cheat, that.
Oh, go on, lovely. Oh, lovely.
Some spirit now.
Lovely.
Just got to get that goal back. Keep in action.
The reason they're booing is because they're not letting this Stevenage player back on the pitch, but they may not need him. Oh! Very good opportunity. Maybe now this player can come back on. Stevenage fans starting to lose now. Not looking good. A few minutes left, probably 2-1 to Mansfield. Meanwhile, the Mansfield fans are absolutely loving life in the away end. Oh, referee! That is outrageous. Oh my goodness me. Oh, wow. Last chance of the game here for Stevenage. This could be huge. The goalkeeper's down in the box as well.
Come on, my son. Ready.
Go on. Go on.
Where's the goalie? Where's the goal?
Oh.
He's going to get back now.
Again.
Go on!
Oh, goalkeeper out of the goal. And that is it. Full time here at the Lanark Stadium. Stevenage FC 1, Mansfield Town.
Thank you for coming out and supporting that this afternoon.
Well, that is the end of yet another Around the Ground. Of course, it did end in a frustrating and very disappointing defeat for Stevenage Football Club, but I'm sure they will bounce back. Of course, I must give a huge thank you and shout out to Keith Bell, the kit man here at the Boro, for sorting the interview and everything out. It was an amazing experience and an amazing day. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.